If you're a young guy and you're struggling to find purpose and something to devote your attention to and all of your energy to, but you're shackled by addiction, I think that this can help you. First of all, you're not who your teacher said you are. You're not who your parents said you are. You're not who your siblings tell you that you are. You are not what the kids in school told you that you are. All of that's garbage. Throw it in the trash can. If anybody ever told you that you were something, throw it in the trash. It's not useful to you. You are who you've decided to be. You can always change that. You cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change the course that you're on. If you're a guy who sits in his room and plays video games and jacks off all day, then that's who you've decided to be. And that's about the extent of your life. That's the beginning and end of who you are. You play video games and you jack off. That's you. If you ever want to be more than that, then you have to choose differently. You have to choose to be somebody else. Your mind will tell you to do things in accordance to who you see yourself as. You're going to see yourself as an amalgamation of the things you've said to yourself and the things your teachers, parents, and friends told you that you were. You will see yourself as an amalgamation of the things that you've said to yourself, the things that your teachers, parents, and friends told you that you were. And you will do things in accordance to what your mind sees yourself as. And so effectively, you allow other people to decide the course of your life by believing them when they tell you that you are something. There's two pieces here. I'm going to repeat them again. There's two pieces here. One thing is that you internalize what people say you are, and the other thing is that your mind will act in accordance to what you see yourself as. I'll give you an example of this. When you're a kid, you might have not done a chore because chores suck. And because of that, your parents might have said that you were lazy. And from then on, you internalized what they said as true, and you repeated it to yourself in your mind. And over time, as your mind makes subconscious decisions in regards to the actions that you would take throughout the day, it will lean towards making decisions in accordance to who you see yourself as. And in this case, you see yourself as a lazy person. So your brain will decide that you will do the actions that a lazy person would do, because you have already decided that you are a lazy person. And your brain knows to tell you to do the things that a lazy person would do. The beautiful thing about this fact is that you can change how you view yourself. You can't change who you are in a day, but you can change what you see yourself as in pretty close to a day. Either a day or a week, a couple of days. You can change what you see yourself as. This can be summed up very easily with the phrase, winners are winners before they win. And losers are losers before they lose. When people win something, it's quite, unless it was completely chance-based, if somebody wins a feat of strength of some kind, or a feat of endurance or discipline, it's very rare that they're surprised. How many marathon winners think that they're surprised when they finish a marathon? Of course they finished a marathon. They just trained for 6 months. Or they just trained for 2 years. They were a marathon runner in their mind long before they ever ran the marathon. And so what are your goals? Maybe your goal is to get a girlfriend. Maybe your goal is to start a business. Well, if your goal is to start a business, you have to be an entrepreneur before you actually start a business. You have to be able to start a business in your mind before you can really start one. So you want to be a salesman. You want to make $200,000 a year selling carpet cleaners. It's a worthy ideal. But you're scared to talk to people. In your mind, you have to be completely brazen, completely brave, completely bold, completely unafraid of what people are going to think of you before it's true. If you want to lose weight, you have to be an athlete in your mind before you are one in real life. Because your mind, your thoughts and your actions will default to what you truly see yourself as in times of stress. If you see yourself as a super overweight, unhealthy person in your mind, say you were disciplined for 2 months and you lost 30 pounds, but then something really bad happened. Say you got fired from your job. You still have enough time in the day to exercise. But since you're stressed out, you've already reverted back to what you really see yourself as, which is an overweight person who plays video games all day. So damn. You've reverted back to what you see yourself as, and that sucks. If in those 2 months you took the time to decide to start seeing yourself as an athlete who exercises every day, well then in times of stress your mind will default to who you see yourself as. You'll never outperform your self-image. You'll never outperform your own self-image. If you're not a winner in your mind, you won't be able to be a winner in real life.